Man that plans everything here at the station, but especially our trips to Ireland. We got one coming up a year from now, and I know some people are thinking a year from now. Very important. Tim, Vaughan, welcome back.
Good morning, Jerry.
Great to have you. And
everyone, I appreciate it.
Tim.
Hey, Jerry, if you don't mind, and Eddie, if you don't mind also, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to a very special woman, Eileen Vaughan. Her birthday was yesterday.
it's your mom,
It is my mom, yes.
and she listens every Sunday.
She does, yeah.
And if I ever said anything bad about her son, her son would know it in a minute, wouldn't he?
She would, yeah. She's one of those tough Kilcoyne girls, so yeah, you'd never hear the end of it, Jerry.
That's right.
So,
So it's her birthday, huh?
yesterday, actually, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Tim, we're planning a trip to Ireland next year. But we're going to do this year. Of course, everything has been cancelled, as you know. So let's talk about this trip 1 year from now.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate the opportunity. One thing I wanted to state out front is that we wanted to make sure what we're going through to have consistency, and with that, we decided to partner up with CIE again. I would tell you that we find it important that we go with the partners that we can trust. And there's a lot of great tour operators on the island, but we know from our past experience that CIE is one of the best out there. So they will be helping us on this tour, and it really is, you know, we've been blessed to have a lot of great tours, and I would say that the one we have planned for next year is right up with it. So what are your thoughts, Jerry? We're gonna fly into Dublin, and first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way up to Belfast via the area of the High Kings. Now we're still working on that part of the agenda, the itinerary, because as we all know, most of the country has been closed, as ours, and a lot of the tourist sites over in Ireland have been closed. So I'm still waiting for them to open, which should be mid-July, and we'll start to book that part of the tour. But flying into Ireland, as you had said, on July 16th, and we're going to make our way up to Belfast. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I know that for some of us it's a return up there. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the areas that were less traveled when we were first up there. We have on the itinerary, we're going to be heading over to the Carrick Rope Bridge. And Jerry, I expect you to skip right across that bridge.
Yes, I will. Are you going to give me a parachute?
It is.
This is a little scary, Tim.
It is a bit scary, and I would tell you that although it really comes down to attitude, right? I was blessed to take some family over last year, and my nieces Julie and Kelly virtually holding their coffees and walked across.
Walked across and ordered the coffee?
Oh yeah, like they were just walking out of the Starbucks. It was so beautiful. And then we had another guy who was the kind of guy that you'd ever want to have. He had trouble in a bar. And this guy was as tough as nails, and from 100 yards away I could see how white his knuckles were as he was coming across. But it really is, as you know, Jerry, once you get on the other side of the bridge, the views are spectacular from the other side.
They are. And it's a beautiful part of Ireland. That's Rory McIlroy country, you know, the golfer.
It is, yeah, not too far from, what is it, Port Rush up
That's
there?
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So in addition to that, we're of course going to take in Dunluce. We'll go to Giant's Causeway, and really, as you guys know, National Geographic is considered the Giant's Causeway one of the most spectacular places on the earth. So,
And then on to Donegal.
Donegal, yeah, and we decided to we're going to get into Donegal via, and help me out with some of these, Jerry, but we're going to go to Glen Bay Castle.
Yeah, Glen Bay is very interesting. It was bought years ago by Mr. McElhenney, who was the one that created Tabasco sauce, and he bought that property from Lord. I forget who the Lord was, an English Lord, and he employed a lot of people under Mr. McElhenney. He was from Philadelphia originally, and he said he would give, when he died, he would give it to the state if the state would, excuse me, if the state would guarantee that all the employees would have a job until they retired. And the state agreed, and Mr. McElhenney willed Glenveigh Castle to the state. And now it's a state park. I think it's about 1,000 acres, beautiful lake, lovely red deer, The guys from the Great Outdoors, I would not let them loose with their guns in it.
Right. Yeah.
No, it was the magnificent deers, magnificent gardens, nice restaurant, and a great tour of it by the tour guide that we had there the last time I was there was just wonderful. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, and we're planning as we are for all the trip. We're going to spend as much time enjoying it as we can. One of the hallmarks, at least I think, of our tours is that we're not constantly rushing people on and off buses. We really want to take the time to get out there and enjoy it. So there's enough time in there that we'll be able to spend time there and then get down into Donegal, and we'll be staying in the town center in Donegal too. I know that you've said that it's beautiful in that area.
Oh yeah, it is, and it's famous for the Four Masters. The Four Masters are supposed to have written the definitive history of Ireland. It was one of them was Monk Michael O'Clery was the monk, and then the other four, they were all related, and they chronicled Irish history from earliest times up until the early 1700s. So, and they actually called the bookshop in the square, it's called the Four Masters.
That's awesome, and as you said, it was important as you told me to stay in the town center, so that we are staying there. And the beauty of Donegal is it's that part of Ireland that CIE doesn't traditionally get to, and a lot of tour companies really don't get up there. So I'm really looking forward to there. I know that the next day we're headed to, is it the Sleeve Cliffs? Is it?
Yeah. Right, and that's beautiful, beautiful drive too. It rivals the Ring of Kerry, I'd say.
Yeah.
It is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I know that some of the people that come back, the Kings. I think this will be the fourth time that they've been with us, and they are really looking forward to that whole area up there in the Donegal, going to Glen Bay, going to the Sleeve Cliffs,
Yeah.
And I'll give a little more detail on when we get into Galway, but. Really, again, it's our point is that we always it's an experience worthy of any bucket list, but we love going to those areas of Ireland that are less traveled, and on this one I think we really are. So after Donegal, of course, we're going back to the return of the favorite son. We're going to bring you, Jerry, back to your hometown of
I don't know if
Ballina.
I'm the favorite son or not.
Oh, I
There's a
believe
lot of
you are.
favorite sons.
I think Colleen could attest to it. Last time we were there, I think the whole town shut down, and it was the biggest
No, we had a good
crack
time,
that they
though.
ever had, I think.
No, the Days had a great time, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know they
And
did,
the
yeah.
Corrigans, they were whooping it up pretty good.
Yeah, I
in my cousin's pub. This is his shirt from the pub. Did you get a
Yes.
picture of this shirt?
Yeah, I do. I have it. You're on live Facebook.
Because
It's
you
a great
never know.
place.
The owner of the pub might be watching, Connie.
That's right.
I know.
Yeah. Well,
The
I'll tell
boss.
you, Ballina, everyone that came out, wasn't that a great event? I mean,
It was. It was
amazing.
lovely. And Annie Mae Reap, I don't know, Annie Mae listens to us sometimes. She might be
Yes.
on there now, I don't know. But she said if we come back again, she's going to really, I hate to use the word red carpet, because it might be the green carpet that
Yes,
put out for
yes,
us.
yeah.
But they're one, and Terry Riley, the former editor of the newspaper, and Michael Larkin, they all put out a really nice welcome for us, I think.
Yes, they did.
So we're looking forward to that, getting back to Ballina.
I look forward to it, and hopefully Colleen will join us. The Days in Corrigan, they were a fine voice in
Yes.
that pub those 2 nights, as I recall. I think they named a bar stool after one of the guys too. I think it was
know.
Brian Day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Is
Brian
it
Day.
Bar stool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or
Right.
the Corrigan, the day and the
Yes.
Corrigan bar stool. Yeah. Boss, if you're listening, make sure you name those bar stools if you haven't done it already.
Right. Right.
Exactly, and as you know, there's a lot to see around the Ballina area. And
Yeah, and we can go out to Ackledatia, like
Go to Ackle.
Peter Corrigan he went out to Ackledatia, took a car. You can take a car or a bus, whatever you want. You can go out to Ackle. We're not going to go out to stay in Ackle this time, but we do want to give people the opportunity if they want to go.
That's right.
Because we have a lot of friends there.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we can make arrangements as Colleen did last time she was with us. I know that she went back the second day. Her love of that island is clear to all of us, so she went back.
I think she owns it.
I think she does
I
too.
wish. Yeah.
And for those also, there's a number that want to get back down into Kong area, I believe, is
Yes.
well within our reach.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to Ballintubber and then down to Kong. So if you don't want to go to Ackle, that'll be there. If you want to go around and hang around Ballina,
Yeah. There'll be refinements, Tim, right? Between now and then, we have a year, and this, what we're giving you now is an outline, what we're pretty sure we're going to do, but it doesn't mean it's not sealed in stone yet, but it's work in progress. It's almost.
Yeah, that is, and then a good example of that is, and you'll love this, JC, on the way leaving Ballina down to the next stop, which is Galway, I decided to make a slight diversion over to Athlone for, yes, I know what you're thinking, Colleen, you know the answer to this already, the oldest bar in the world, which would be Sean's Bar in Athlone. And there were some doubters to that, but National Geographic and reputable sources have given the title to them. There was some rumor that there might be a bar somewhere in China or Mongolia that might be a little older, but they've just abused that. Yeah, so
it's Sean's, huh?
Sean's Bar. It's just a little bit off the path in Athlone, and as you know, Athlone is, I think, the geographic center of Ireland. So
famous battle fought there in 1690. William of Orange tried to cross the bridge, and of course they tore the bridge down. The Irish tore the bridge down. It was made of wood then. That was in 1690.
That's awesome.
Jerry
I was there.
and Tim, Debbie King said the King's 5th trip to Ireland with the Queen Irish Radio Show, and they're looking forward to it.
Yep.
And those kind of special things, Tim, that you talk about are experiences that if you just went over on your own, like, you wouldn't be able to do those things. I mean, you could if you had lots of time and knew what you were going. But I know, again, it's so great to be with a group and doing that.
We appreciate Debbie, and she's also bringing the gentleman that I call the bodyguard, their son Michael, who the last time
from Nashville.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and last time he was over there, he had the job of whenever we would. We were blessed to have a number of attractive young ladies on that tour, and we'd send Michael along, and I'd say, Michael, you just got to watch after him.
Keep an eye on him.
Oh, he did a great job.
Oh, he did. Of course, he did a great job. Yes,
exactly.
He loved it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Between him and that big Viking that was driving the bus for us, it was there wasn't an Irish lad on that pub that wanted to mess with those girls if the girls didn't want them to. So, yeah. But
so then go ahead anyway.
Yeah. So after Ballina, we're going for as I'd like to think Galway is such a great and eclectic area. So we're going into Galway for 2 nights. One of the days over there, weather permitting, of course, but we are mid-June, so we're looking for favorable. We're planning on going out to the Aran Islands.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't, on these tours, you don't have the time to really get off and head over there. But again, we want to do things differently. The Kings, as Colleen corrected me, being over there 5 times, even there's parts of Ireland that they haven't been to, and we really wanted to go to those areas that maybe you haven't had time in the past to get to. And that's really, again, the subtitle of this is The Roads Less Traveled. So 2 nights in Galway, and then to wrap up the tour in a great fashion, we're going to head down to the area, Bunratty, and we're going to do one of those great, and you either love it or you less than love it, but you really do love it if you go in with the right spirit. We're going to finish off with a great medieval banquet to say our last goodbyes to Ireland.
Somebody gets crowned king and queen, huh?
That's right, and we're going to use as much influence as we can to make sure it's from our party. Although the last time we did that, I think we had Bill Brown was the Lord of the Manor.
That's right, he was.
Yeah, and I think he wanted to throw a few more people into the dungeon than he was allowed to. But
that's a fun night.
Yeah, it was a great night, and I know we're looking forward to it. And I believe there's another, and I'm not saying this is the theme of it after talking about Sean's, but I think there's a great bar right next to it called Dirty Nelly's, and I'm hoping that like we did last time, maybe your good friend James Kilbane will join us for a bit of music.
He might. It's a bit of a drive for him. But I'm sure
James
you will.
Sent an email today and said he's listening to the show and says hello to all of us.
Oh yeah, we better get a James Kilbane song on. We better check the list, Connie, and make sure we have a song on.
Yeah. And again, Tim, I think one of the greatest things too, like when we are up in Ballina area and all that, and the day excursion, needing to go out, I have some people who want to do Crowpatrick again. So again,
yeah.
that's within a drive. So I was telling them, like, yes, that is something you can do. Like, the whole bus ride won't be going there, but that is something, and again, we could possibly get,
I do
you know,
that
group.
before my breakfast.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Quinn, I got to start training again now.
50 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, 50
right.
years ago, right.
But those are the type of things, and then just to be in Galway, one of the best cities really in Ireland, and it's fun, the music, the food, the people, shopping. It's just a great place.
It is.
I would recommend to you, Colleen. I recall a nephew of yours who I think sprinted up Crowpatrick, and he
Liam.
passed me on the way up, and he passed me on the way down.
Yes.
And this kid, I think he
Yeah.
did that trek in up and down in probably under 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
15. So he was 12 then or something. Yeah. So yeah, but he's still an athlete.
Oh,
So
yeah.
but that was something else. And Kelly and Sammy those are athletes too, as you know, Kelly. And the Catchmars are interested because Mrs. Catchmar, or Kathy, our good friend, they
Oh,
have
yeah,
3
Kathy.
children, so she owes some trips to a couple of the other ones.
Yeah, she
so,
owes her daughters,
so
yeah, she told
Jordan,
them.
and then there's Nolan. So we've got a lot of interest, so which is good.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it, is the diversity of ages and that, and we really set the experiences up to recognize that too.
Okay. So the planning goes on, but we have the base tour. We have that.
Yeah, that's right, Jerry. So it's going to be 9 nights, as I mentioned, 2 in Belfast, 2 in Donegal, 2 in Ballina, 2 in Galway, and then the last night in Bunratty. We do know that we're heading out, as you had mentioned, on June 16th. I am planning on going a little early for those who want to go in for the Bloomsday. I'm planning on going in and staying down in Dunleary and paddling out to Dalkey Island just to see if I'll get in shape for the climb
Right.
of Crowpatrick. And I can't
Tim,
think
we
of a better
know
way.
you just want to hang out with the super rich Bono and Enya. They all live out there in Dalkey.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's where what's his name was quarantining over there. What's that Boston actor?
Dylan, Matt Damon, is it?
Matt Damon. That's
Really?
right. He had
He's
the good
stuck
fortune.
over there.
No,
Yeah, he's
didn't
still
know.
there, I think.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. Fell in
That's
love
cool.
with
He
it.
really picked a poor place, didn't he? He didn't want to be with the common people. He wanted to be with all the billionaires.
Right.
Yeah, and they all are there in Dalkey. But it is a lovely part of Dublin.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, Jerry, yeah, we are set. We are taking reservations, and I would suggest that anyone that has any interest, please give me a call at 216-210-0828. Again, 216-210-0828, or you can email me at the station, which is tvaughan@salemcleveland.com. But again, we're looking for another great time, and I appreciate you giving me time to talk about it.
That's great, Tim. We're looking forward to it. We'll be talking about it, of course, just about every Sunday from now on. When we get it printed up, we're going to get it printed up as soon as we can. Okay? All right.